You can't solve a problem from within its own quadrant. Real change comes from working the adjacent quadrant. Have you ever sat through a corporate team building event? There's an entire industry dedicated to it. Trust falls, ropes courses, psychometric assessments, communications training, you know the drill. Go offsite, bond, return transformed. About a third of the group is very resentful for even having to be there. Another third is happy to finally have some bonding time together, and the balance is trying to see which way the wind will blow. Whatever you got out of that experience, I bet it didn't last. The same friction points came back, the same frustrations, the same interpersonal tensions. Why? You can't solve a problem from its own quadrant. There are four quadrants: producing, stabilizing, innovating, and unifying. They represent the observable activity of any system, from an individual to a team to a company. Each quadrant competes for finite energy. More energy burned in one quadrant means less available to the others. Team building is a unifying activity. So when you try to fix teamwork by doing some team bonding, you're working inside the same quadrant. You're not changing the system. You're just engaged in activities that lack the leverage to be truly effective. To improve any part of a system, you have to step outside it. So what actually works? Start in the innovating quadrant. Here are activities that make the business effective over the long term. Do you have clear, actionable strategies? One that builds unique and valuable capabilities through a sequence of focused goals. If the team doesn't know where they're going and why it matters, no amount of bonding will fix that. Then move to stabilizing. These investments are what make the business efficient in the short term. Now, there are two complementary but distinct elements of the stabilizing quadrant. First, there's structure. This is the design of the organization. It includes roles, accountabilities, reporting lines. It should exist independently of the people filling the roles. If your structure only works because of who's in the seats right now, you don't have a structure, you have a dependency. There's also the process within the stabilizing quadrant, and this is how energy moves through the structure, allows decisions to get made and the work to get done. Good processes is what turns a well-designed org into an adaptive organism. Now we can look at the producing quadrant. This is where people enter. The right people energize the roles in the structure, and they bring life to the processes. You don't want people who just show up. You want people who improve what they touch. The question is whether your people are a net positive or a net drain on the system. But before you blame the people, ask yourself, hey, if I had to show up in a system every day where there's unclear strategy, roles, and ways of working aren't clear or friction filled, how engaged would you be? Now we can actually go back to the unifying quadrant and assess that. But now we're going to look at the level of culture, shared vision, shared values, not interpersonal dynamics. You see, we're up a level from where the observable problems live. We're basically shaping the canal that allows the water to flow in the right direction. We're not just scooping one bucket after the other. So here's what happens when you get this right. You redesign the environment. You've created a self-reinforcing feedback loop, strategic focus, role clarity, streamlined decision making, and workflows. And that gives you the visibility and clarity to ensure that you have the right people energizing the right work. High performers in this setting become additive, and they won't tolerate low performers. They don't have to. In a transparent organization, one with clear goals, accountabilities, and expectations, there's frankly nowhere to hide. Low performers either rise to the role or they get replaced. This design mentality is what surfaces truth. No trust falls required. In summary, stop trying to solve team problems by doing more team activities. That's working inside the problem, not on it. Build the strategy, design the structure, energize processes that make it run. Then you can put people into the right roles, focused roles, that bring it all to life. The culture, the team bonding emerges from the work being done. The highest leverage point is almost never where the pain point resides. Thanks for your time, and remember, don't fight the physics.